This is Who to Watch For with Manny Supreme.
Gangsta Grillz Radio, another edition of Who to Watch For with me, the most energetic entertainer, Manny Supreme. One time for my OGs, man. DJ Drama Don Cannon. One time for DJ Scrib, always spinning that new shit. One time for my brother TC. I'm telling y'all, the most amazing producer in America, right? This setup, season 3, episode 3. We're here. With Texas finest, man. One of my favorites. Oodaredevil is in the building.
We in the building.
No cap. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good as hell.
Good to see you, man.
Hell yeah.
Like I told you before when I first met you, man, I'm a big fan of your music. Shout out to my Space Team family. Shout out to Rockin' and Jetson. They was one of the first people that put me on to you, man. And it's just like, when I first heard Salsa, I was like, at first I thought it was like a thug AI, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's so hard. Then I did my research and I found Get On My Nerves. And I'm like, yo, you got a whole different type of sound. And I hear like the Texas culture in it.
Yeah,
so let's take it back. Like I saw you were inspired by like Bun B and Pimp C. Where did hip hop first start with Oodaredevil?
Shit, hip hop started with me, with family, what I was listening to. But most of my family, like, they from Houston, like Beaumont, Port Arthur area.
Mm-hmm.
That's like hour, 30 minutes from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It's deeper than Houston. And that was like where Pimp C was from. So my cousin used to like put me on a lot of the music.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, at one point, that was all I was listening to. Until, like you said, I found Thug, you know what I mean?
Right.
And had inspiration from that and mixed them too, like Travis Scott too.
Most definitely.
Type of shit.
What age would you say you found that newer side of music, like the Young Thug, the Travis Scotts?
Shit, like 13, 14, really.
Mm-hmm. Is that when music kind of started for you, where you was like, yo, let me try this?
Hell no, music really started, really not music, I'd say really hip-hop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what made me really be like hip-hop besides Wayne was Wiz Khalifa and Thug, you feel me? Like, tap in more on that, because I was fucking with shit, everything.
Yeah.
I love music, you feel me? Like, Michael Jackson, everything. But, like, my culture, for sure, I'm Houston culture, Dallas, Texas culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as I got older, I started appreciating music different, because I was hearing it different. It was changing, you feel me? I fell in love with it.
For sure. What do you say is... Because what part of Texas are you from?
Dallas.
Dallas, all right.
Yeah.
So who do you say, like, runs the music scene in Texas? Is it Dallas? Is it Houston? Or does each part have its own different, unique sound?
I mean, Houston got a bigger scene. I mean, not a bigger scene. They got a bigger music scene, but Dallas is on a real come up right now. You know what I mean? And it's hot. Texas as a whole is showing out. And I think really that's most important. We just pick each other up as cities, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? What hip-hop about.
Yeah. Growing up, what was Oodaredevil doing in Texas? In Dallas?
Anything, really. Running around streets.
Yeah.
Dressing. Play golf.
You were a golfer?
Yeah, I was a golfer.
Like Tiger Woods style or
Yep.
Wii Sports?
Nah, real golf.
Okay.
I used it in road, high school. You know what I'm saying? Just the norm.
Golf not normal though, brother. I've never heard of a black man as fresh as you sitting here on this goddamn couch talking about golf. That's hard.
Nah, yeah, I was fucking with it.
What started the inspiration for that?
What I was wearing. Feel me? Like
So you was coming dressed like rich kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
You never heard of Rich Kids?
Oh, like the music group.
Yeah, the music group.
I thought
Not like an
the
actual
rich.
suburban nigga. Nah,
It was like the geek swag.
Yeah. You feel me? Polo.
Yeah, we
Young
call
Dro
it. Yeah,
type.
we call it surf. Like I was putting on like Toms and shit, like more like the, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, damn, man, I see people. You know what I mean? I dive into that culture. Off what I was wearing.
Fire. Your sound and your music has such a distinct sound. What do you feel like separates your music from what a lot of people hear out there? I'll say on my end, the intonation of your raps. Like when you say certain words, I'm like, hey. I say it like this, hey. You know, saying, hey. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like besides that is one of those things where your fans specifically like is gonna get this when you hear Oodaredevil music?
I love music, so like you said, what make me different, I probably love music more, and it come out in emotions of my music. So it come out with more like texture.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
You recall your first ever song you ever made?
Yeah. Shit, I was like 3. My daddy had me and my sister and my brother record a song. Like we was like a group type shit. And then later on start recording here and there. Probably like 18.
Yeah.
It was always there though. Everything in music though.
So you always grew up around it.
Yeah, like, everywhere. Was it in home, school, church, street? It's just always. I just connect myself with music in every setting.
Yeah.
You feel me?
As you should. As you should. One of my favorite projects by you is Texas Tycoon, and like I mentioned before, just going down this list, right? Get on My Nerves,
Yeah.
Peace of Mind. I don't know. Take me back to that tape. Like, where did the inspiration for that vibe come from? Because on the cover is you with the cowboy hat,
Yeah.
and it's just screaming Texas. Was that the vibe you was going for? With that project?
It was the vibe. Yeah, that's exactly was the vibe. Cause motherfucker was asking where I was from because my sound was so different.
Exactly.
Feel me? I had to stamp that. I'm from Texas. You feel me?
Fine. What's your favorite song off that project?
Shoulder Lean. Cause it's the most experimental.
Mm-hmm.
I love that song.
What other genre outside of hip hop could you see yourself making music in?
R&B, Afro, pop, EDM, gospel. That's it.
Gospel?
You sure?
Daredevil Kirk Franklin feature would be crazy.
Straight up.
I like to see how EJ and Jetson put that together. That would be dope. Let's talk about some of these producers you've been working with, man. You got this EP on the way with my brother Jetson.
Come on, man.
All right. Let's talk about that video. Who the hell shot that?
That boy over there.
God damn.
That boy Suge Jet from Houstonology.
I can see he got that Netflix motherfucker on him right now.
Man.
Fire. How the relationship with you and Jetson come about, man? New EP on the way. How many songs we looking at?
We looking at probably like 10 to 12 maybe.
Fire.
Jetson really just hit me. You feel me? He was like, man, this shit hard with the whoop. And I was like, hell nah, this shit not real. But then, you feel me? We locked in on some shit. And we made some shit. But before we dropped anything, we was locked in for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
You feel me? Nobody heard shit. But we was just locked in type shit.
Fire. What's your favorite song coming up off this EP?
One nigga ain't trying to let me put on it now.
Can we get the name of it though, so when this interview drop your fans?
Man, it's like the EP, like it's like a whole song in one. So I gotta give you 2 of them.
So they flow.
Yeah, they flow.
Okay, cool.
When. Then I gotta go. Hey, come on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more visuals with this project?
For sure.
Fire. Yeah, I like the vibe of all right. It just looked fun, upbeat. You know, that was the purpose for that?
Yeah.
For sure.
Real intentional, fun.
For sure. What do you feel like is your hardest bar you ever wrote?
None, because I ain't never wrote really. But when I come back to think about it,
something that make you know like niggas not fucking with me.
man, I got a lot of songs. What's your favorite bar, Judd?
Shit.
Uh,
Too much throw shit.
Yeah, it be throw. It don't be more like a bar. It just be more like some throw shit. Like, I can't believe this nigga just said this. You feel me?
So you don't write though, you freestyle.
Nah.
He said, cheated on my bitch 1,000 times and I never regret.
Yeah. Shit get like that type of shit. That like not no.
No matter what happened, these bitches keep taking me back.
Yeah, straight up. Or like, you feel me? Shit like that. Like some overly like, you know what I'm saying, off the wall shit throw.
Yeah. Straight like that, man. Personally to you, who's your favorite artist of all time? Somebody who you get in your car is like, it don't matter what song of them is playing. It's like, I'm keeping them on rotation.
Thug.
Favorite Thug song?
Ill.
For sure. For sure. You what age you said were you when you discovered like Thug? You said like 12, 13?
Hell yeah.
For sure. That was on the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
What early internet, platforms were you on early?
Fuck Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram. Shit like that. Around that time. That like Chief Keef era. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's because it was another source to find music.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, it was like the mixtape sites.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Before that, radio.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Now it's
Sure.
the internet. But that broadened it
Yeah.
to where Nick can see Woot Woot. But because at first it was just what we seen like on the DJ, you know what I'm saying, on the mixtape. That shit was live too, made you appreciate music. But
Exactly.
then the internet came, so it's really like from the internet then to the sites.
Yeah.
2015, 2016, really.
Yeah. Most definitely. Where did you first see your music going up online?
SoundCloud.
For sure. What song was it?
Going Down.
Okay.
2023.
Was that song planned to do what it did, or was that one of your songs that you was like,
Nah, that was one of my best songs.
Yeah.
And I knew it.
For sure.
I felt it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I felt like when I made it, I felt it. I was like, yeah, this.
What does that feeling feel like? Is it immediately when you leave the studio, or is it kind of like when you make your records and you kind of sit with them?
It's like it go two ways. It's either you feel me, know in between, that's the one, or it's still the one and people saying it's the one and you don't like it.
Yeah. I
just knew that was the one and everybody loved it.
How often do you lean on other people's opinion when you make new art?
A lot.
Yeah.
Because I make music for myself, number one, but I make music for people too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I feel like you got different styles to your music, right? Like you have the parts where you popping your shit, and you have your songs where you really putting folks down on.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you need to be doing this. What side of Daredevil do you feel like your fans resonate the most with?
The melodic, relatable side. Because like you said, songs popping it and you know what I'm saying, telling pain, all that. Some people, you know what I'm saying, don't understand the context of the lingo to where they don't really know.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like people to understand what I'm trying to, give out. That's why I say the melodic, because I'm being melodic, you know what I mean? It's less aggressive, more accepted.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Me too. Definitely one of my favorite styles of genres from you. What can you say are two things that's on your artist bucket list by this time next year when I see you? Be like, boy, you got that done, player.
Rolling Loud.
For sure.
Rolling Loud Miami and Rolling Loud LA shit.
All of them.
Oh God.
For sure. Have you done any performances?
Yeah, I perform a whole lot. Just not with Rolling Loud.
Okay,
Shit.
for sure. Have you traveled a lot? Any for music?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been traveling for music since about like 2022.
For sure. What's been your favorite city to perform in?
Phoenix.
Man, I always hear that from rappers.
Phoenix.
I love
Wow.
Phoenix though.
I love Phoenix.
It'd be a vibe. Did you spend some time out there? What time of the year?
Nah, I ain't even. I went. Shit, I don't know. Probably April. I don't spend no time, but it was just like love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New artists coming. It was just love. I fuck with Phoenix.
It was like a solo show.
Nah, I was on tour with Bash for the World.
Fire.
My dog, he from Dallas.
Fire.
We went on tour. We did the tour 2023 and then 2024. So I hit both of them. And both of them times it was amazing.
Shout out Bash, man.
Yeah, shout out Bash.
That's fire. What is one thing that you say that your fans or even maybe new people who watch this interview can grab from Daredevil's music that's different from other new music that's out here?
it's just free-minded. You know what I mean? It's not one way of thinking when you accepting the music. Just being that free-minded person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Letting people explore that feeling type. Because not everybody can get that feeling,
Most
you know,
definitely.
from everybody's music.
Most definitely. Give me your top 3 of all time hip hop artists, whether influence or just music wise.
All right, damn. UGK, Young Thug, Kodak Black.
For sure. Can I ask why for each one of those?
And Drake. Just a level, like I said, a level of putting your art to where people accept it. You know what I mean? Like articulating certain songs and feelings in the songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yeah.
And they do it in each different way with each different feeling.
Yeah.
But it be for all settings.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
What can you say have been like some unexpected cosigns that has happened in your career since you've been rapping?
Lucky. Yeet. That's about it, really.
For sure. How did they reach out? Instagram DM, or you just kind of saw it on the internet?
Yeah, like Instagram, or they shout me out on the gram or something, or like Twitter or something like that.
Fire. It's just crazy how much Twitter sometimes favors the algorithm of new artists.
Yeah,
you know.
facts.
I think that's super dope how Twitter works. I haven't been able to get my timeline right. Which app you spend the most time on? I find myself on TikTok hella now. That's how I find a lot of my new music.
Like, probably Twitter. Between all 3 of them,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Which app you feel like helps push your music the most?
Instagram.
For sure. So you still feel like Instagram got TikTok and
Hell no.
and everybody else beat.
Hell
No?
no. Hell no.
So why do you choose Instagram?
I don't choose it.
That's just where
type
your
shit.
following.
That's where it was, you know what I'm saying, the most consistent, the most outpush type shit.
For sure though, man.
From the past leading on to now type shit.
Fire. So with this new EP coming up, the title of it?
Skydiving.
Fire. Who came up with that?
Jet.
For sure. Shout out to my space.
Shout out Jet.
Shout out to my Space Boy family, man. No cap. Like I said, man, we're super glad that you came and got a chance to sit down and talk with us. If you haven't seen, now you know who to watch for. My guy Daredevil has sat down with us. Make sure you guys check us out every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Shade 45.